Wreckage of the plane that crashed in Dartmouth is towed away. That grassy median on Interstate 195 now empty. It's been about 36 hours since the deadly crash. The Aquidneck Island community is mourning the loss of the couple from Middletown. They were killed just 3 minutes after taking off from New Bedford. Good evening, I'm Patrice Wood.
I'm Gene Valicenti. NTSB workers on the scene in Dartmouth today looking through what's left of that plane and the car it hit when it came crashing down. Live Team 10 coverage now, leading off in Dartmouth and Newport. Let's begin with Molly Levine live at the crash site. Molly?
Well, Gene and Patrice, at this point, there's really no clear timeline of when we could get answers about what exactly went wrong. Now, just this afternoon, you could still see the damage from the plane crash, but now only a traffic cone or two remains. 24 hours after a Cicada TBM 700 airplane came crashing down in the middle of I-195 in Dartmouth. Traffic moved slowly around it.
I think it was there. They said that happened yesterday, right?
The wrecked plane and the vehicle involved both untouched until federal investigators showed up. The NTSB is leading the investigation and arrived on scene Tuesday, but didn't provide an update or answer questions. They say because of the government shutdown, media requests have been delayed. But we watched as crews worked to clean up the median, towing away the vehicle involved. The driver miraculously escaped with minor injuries. And then crews got the plane onto a forklift, stopping traffic on the highway and taxiing it to the off-ramp at exit 19, where it remained on a flatbed before finally being hauled away along the same interstate it crashed. The crash happened the same day a nor'easter hit the region, but it's unclear if weather played a role. The New Bedford airport manager tells NBC 10 the airport has limited authority when it comes to grounding flights. In a statement, he says, quote, "Decisions to depart or land are made by the carrier or the pilot in the case of a private aircraft. New Bedford Regional Airport's authority to prevent or cancel arrivals or departures is limited to instances in which the runways are deemed unsafe for takeoffs or landings. But the runways were clear on Monday and the air traffic control towers were staffed at normal levels."
Prayers out to their families, you know. God bless them, geez. Pretty upsetting.
As you can see behind me, traffic is moving smoothly at this hour. And now the victims, Tom and Aggie Perkins, are well known in their community. And we're also learning that they made a really big impact in their community. My colleague Gabrielle Caracciolo has been looking into that. She joins us live now from Newport with what she's learned. Gabrielle?
Molly, generous is a word we've heard used over and over again to describe Tom and Aggie Perkins. They are being mourned throughout the Aquidneck Island community where they lived, worked, and generously gave back.
Lose this couple is a really sad loss for us as an organization, but more so as a community. This is a tremendous loss.
Tom and Aggie Perkins were well known across Aquidneck Island, including here at the Norman Bird Sanctuary.
They were involved for decades, so everything from helping to execute fundraisers for us and community events to pitching in with some construction projects. We have 15 buildings here, and Tom was always willing to give an opinion, which was hugely beneficial for us. Just a great resource to rely on.
The generosity didn't stop there. They donated to a variety of other causes. Tom was also a member of Angel Flight Northeast, a charity that helps bring patients to medical care. They were not on an Angel Flight at the time of the crash. In a statement, the president of the organization writing that Tom, quote, quickly became a valued and dedicated member of our pilot family. Over the past 4 years, he demonstrated exceptional skill, professionalism, and compassion, flying numerous missions that brought patients and families to vital medical care throughout the eastern United States. Their loss now being felt across many organizations.
Tom and Aggie have had such an impact on this organization through their generosity, both in terms of time as well as their talents and their treasure. They were very generous to the Norman Bird Sanctuary, cared deeply about our conservation mission, and will certainly be missed. You know, they were wonderful people.
Now, they were also known for their family business, Kirby Perkins Construction, working to restore and preserve historic buildings. And I'm hearing a lot that they were very generous and very quiet in their generosity. So these places we've mentioned, that's just a small scope of the areas in which they give back. Live in Newport, Gabrielle Caracciolo, NBC 10 News.
All right, Gabrielle, thanks. If you missed any of our coverage on yesterday's deadly plane crash, go to the website or social media channels. We'll post updates on turnto10.com as well.